Hey guys, it's Tony, the Soy Sauce Assassin, and today we'll drink a little whiskey to celebrate the ability to drink whiskey. So today we are going to try to smoke this RomaCraft Intemperance Cigar Whiskey Rebellion. Despite of its name being Whiskey Rebellion, it really doesn't taste like whiskey. It's supposed to celebrate the fight against the government for being able to drink whiskey and not be taxed like crazy too. So this is the celebration for that, and by drink, obviously, to pair with this, we are gonna pair with a little cup of whiskey. So let's talk about this cigar in particular. It is a 4x46, they call it Hamilton size. This is really a Corona, a little bit shorter than a Corona. And the sales price of this cigar is just a little bit over $7. Under $8-ish, depends where you get it. The wrapper is an Ecuador Habano, and the filler is a Nicaraguan and Dominican mix. And the binder is actually an Indonesian basuki, whatever that's called. So this will particularly taste something like a really strong cigar, but it's not gonna have any internal hint and taste of anything that's related to whiskey. So let's light this up, if I can find my cutter. Now this cigar is a full body cigar in a small package. So I recommend anybody who's about to smoke this kind of cigar to have a big meal. And the reason I do this as a recording of a video rather than our usual live show is because something like this scares me. It's small and it's known to be a full body cigar. It just might knock me out at any given time, especially with the whiskey on the side. So, you know, gotta be cautious to be able to smoke this thing. So let's talk about cigar and whiskey. I mean, the history of whiskey is really long history, right? Because whiskey originally is not colored. They are not aged. In the past time, there was no aged whiskey per se. There was only whiskey and moonshine, right? So they realized when they travel long period of time across the border, across the different country, across the sea to transport those whiskey, the whiskey in the barrel actually tastes better. And so they start to age the barrels and start adding the barrel taste to it, and that's what comes to be the whiskey today. Now, I personally like moonshines. They're so strong and taste like nothing, and you can literally add anything, it'll taste like that specific taste. But nothing wrong with wood, right? And it really goes well with a cigar because the wood, the woodsy taste, the oak wood, the cedar wood, that kind of taste goes really well and brings it up with some sort of whiskey or cognac, boozy kind of thing. So it's a really good combination. That's why it's popular. Now let's light this up. Needs a little more on the bottom. Okay. Right away, very rich oak spice, espresso, a little bit of sweetness to it, and leaves with just literally what I call that espresso bitter pepper. It's a strong taste. It's not for everyone kind of taste. So we'll see how it goes as we progress. Now the pepper isn't overwhelming pepper. It's like a stay in your tongue kind of pepper. It stays there, but it doesn't burn a lot. So you can actually have retrohale this and get more flavor out of this, and not having to suffer a stuffy and runny nose later. The flavor is very potent. It's very strong. You can taste it every puff that you take, and the smoke output is actually not bad. The construction quality is actually nicely built. It's smooth. It's good. Minimal veins, what they call it, but the things that it lights nicely, and the draw quality, not too bad. Not too bad. It's just I'd say medium, closer to the tight draw point, but it's not to a point where you say, oh, that's tight, I can't get any air through it. Definitely good. So while that's working on this, let's talk about how this channel is gonna progress into a schedule-based thing, because obviously we can't do this video every day, and also don't want to do a live video every day. So what happened is I will release these video pre-recorded reviews for the days I'm not available. Alright, so for the day I'm not available, I will release these videos at the time that I'm supposed to be on. But for the time that I have time to be on, I will be on instead. So, just a little bit things to enjoy, my overflow of cigars, because I have so many piled up to be reviewed, and I want to review all of them. I just don't have the time to be on all the time. For example, now I'm gonna enjoy this cigar a little bit more while reading my work document, and then I'll see you a little bit later once I work a little bit in this. Alright guys, so we're 1/3 of the way through, and this thing is so tasty. It's so tasty. I can tell you that every single draw is filled with a lot of flavor, a lot of espresso, a lot of oak wood, a lot of spice, a lot of espresso at the end too, and then just a little bit of pepper that keep you from coming back. And basically, it goes very well with the whiskey. If you just have a sip of whiskey, have a little bit of this, have a sip of whiskey, maybe have a cracker too, it's really, really, really good. I really recommend this at this point, because even though it's full body, if you take your time on this thing, it's really not gonna affect you as much. It's more of a medium than a full body to me right now, despite of me being drawing really quickly too, because I love the flavor and I will keep coming back for the flavor if it tastes good. And this so far, great smoke, great ash. You can see the ash is beautiful. It burned just a little bit more on the bottom side, but I really don't think that's gonna matter at all for this particular small cigar. So we'll continue to see if it does better as it goes. Hopefully by the halfway point, it will smoke slightly different, or maybe not, because by itself right now is perfectly fine for me. Okay guys, so I am near the last third, and obviously the ash came off when I tried to remove the double bands right here, and pretty much the flavor just gets stronger throughout. And after I reach the halfway mark, as it progresses, I start to feel the strength. And it's really, really, no kidding, being a strong cigar. It is definitely a full body. It hits you somewhere between the middle. So if for people who are not used to full body cigars, you really want to take your time on this, because it will really hit you all the time. When in regards to this particular cigar, I think it's one of those at night, you're done with your dinner, you just want to relax, have a really quick smoke before you go to bed or something like that. This is one of those. In regards to how long this took me, I would say roughly about 40 to 45 minutes to get to this point. So it's about just under an hour cigar. You get the full experience from all this smoke, all this flavor, and the smoke output is great. It stayed lit even though I put it down from time to time, and I was reading books, I was watching some YouTube videos, and this thing stayed lit. You can see the smoke output is great. Flavor, great. Construction, great. So what is the end result of this? I highly recommend this particular cigar. Okay, it's one of those things you gotta have few of them in the humidor. Something like this strain is like the Davidoff late hour, or if you like the box press Rebellion, this is like that upgraded by a lot. So if you like that kind of flavor, that particular cigar, you will definitely like this cigar, and I highly recommend this cigar to anybody who wants a shorter smoke but a heavy body, heavy strength cigar, particularly for anybody to try. Okay, and like I said, you could try this cigar even if you're a medium or light smoker. You just have to take your time on it, really take your time on it, and you will definitely enjoy this cigar. I got this particular cigar from Cigars Daily, so I heavily suggest anybody who is looking for the cigar, check out Cigars Daily. At the same time, I also want to make a small message at the end to encourage people to support Casa Cuevas. I'm not paid or sponsored by any way, but I heard ever since I heard what happened to them, I really want everybody to just kind of provide a little bit of support. And they say, don't donate money, don't do anything. The best support you can give them is to share the information, to get people to try some Casa Cuevas. And for me, I had good experience with Casa Cuevas, so I heavily recommend people try those things. Other than that, I'm gonna continue to finish the cigar. Nothing else changed. This is just a solid, good flavor cigar throughout. Not much changes because it was complex to start with. All right, so I'm gonna enjoy the cigar, and you all have a good night. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna release this at night, so you all have a good night. Stay saucy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Holy cow, this thing's strong, man. What am I gonna do next? The whiskey is lighter than the cigar. Oh yeah, be sure to subscribe, to like, to share these videos, and yeah, why am I still on video again? Jeez.